What if Windows barely existed until you needed it? 3 gigabytes on disk, runs on 256 megabytes of RAM, nothing extra, nothing pretending to help. This is how lean Windows can actually be. That's Tiny 11 Minimal for you. A perfect setup for minimalists and gamers. Hi, this is Neil from Antiviruses. Let us get started. Building Tiny. 11 Minimal follows a clean workflow. Open the creator using the official link in the pinned comment. Press build. From here, everything runs automatically. The tool fetches the required components and assembles the Tiny 11 Minimal installer in the background. You can let it run while you do something else. If you do not want to build it yourself, a pre-built installer is available on the official site. Both options are supported. Before you continue, understand who this edition is for. Tiny 11 Minimal targets two specific users. 1. Gamers who want the lowest possible overhead. 2. Low-end PCs or light office systems that need basic functionality without extras. This edition is intentionally stripped down. If you need full Defender, regular updates, or the Microsoft Store, choose Tiny 11 Prime, 25H2, or 26H1 instead. Use a valid Windows 11 license. Only clean and legal installs are supported. Build time depends on your internet speed and system hardware. When the process finishes, the log will show "Build finished successfully." That confirms your installer is ready. Do not use Tiny 11 from unofficial sources. This is extremely unsafe. Many unofficial builds contain malware or spyware. They can steal data, compromise accounts, or damage your system. Use only the official creator or the verified installer from our site. Now move to installation. The first method uses Xeno. No USB required. Xeno is included in the package. Open the tool. Select the Tiny 11 Minimal installer you built earlier. Choose the target drive. Make sure the drive contains no important data. Format it and set the file system to NTFS. Confirm your selections. Xeno handles the installation. This step finishes quickly. When it completes, restart your PC. You should see a dual boot option for Tiny 11 Minimal. If the entry does not appear, add it manually using a BCD tool such as EasyBCD or Visual BCD. That completes the process. No USB. No extra steps. If Xeno does not work on your system, or if you prefer a USB method, use Rufus. Connect a USB drive with at least 8 gigabytes available. Back up your files. The drive will be erased. Open Rufus. Select the Tiny 11 Minimal installer. Choose the USB drive. Start the process. This usually completes in 5 to 10 minutes, depending on your hardware and USB speed. When it finishes, restart your PC. Open the boot menu, Command Leaf 12, F8, or Escape. Select the USB device. If you are unsure which key your system uses, a quick search will give the answer. The Tiny 11 setup starts automatically. You go straight to the drive selection screen. Choose carefully. The selected drive will be overwritten. You can change the system language later, so skip it for now. When installation completes, you land on a clean Tiny 11 Minimal desktop. If you want performance gains without reinstalling Windows at all, use Velotic. It converts your existing system into a Tiny 11 style setup in just a few clicks. Your PC speed shapes how you feel when you sit down to work or play. Velotic is not a cleaner, it is control. You turn it on, and your system stops fighting you. Games feel smoother, apps open faster, stutters disappear. Your PC stays fast every day, not just after a cleanup. Velotic tunes your CPU and GPU automatically, based on what you are doing. It removes junk before it slows you down. It kills hidden background drains in real time, without breaking Windows. You get 500+ professional tweaks. One-click debloat, no guessing. Instant app installs, no setup pain. Smart power control that shifts between performance and stability when you need it. You free massive disk space through safe compression. Nothing gets deleted. Your files stay intact. Your system breathes again. This is not a temporary fix. This is the same approach used by people who depend on stable, fast machines every day. Built over 4 years, used by thousands, improved with every release. You install once, you stop thinking about performance forever. The basic plan starts at just $19.99 lifetime access. Velotic, for people who refuse to tolerate a slow PC. Now comes the key step, turning Windows 11 into Tiny 11. Open Velotic. Go to the debloater page. Press play. The tool takes over from here. With a single click, your system reaches Tiny 11 level performance. No file loss, no broken features. Everything runs on your existing setup. If you want the full breakdown, tap the info button. You can also find the complete guide through the link in the description. Once setup finishes through Rufus or Xeno, the system boots straight into the Tiny 11 desktop. The first thing to do is compression. Open the Configure app, go to Compression, enable it. This cuts system size by up to 60%. You reclaim a large amount of storage without sacrificing performance. This is safe for most systems. If you ever notice a slowdown, you can disable it instantly. After compression completes, Tiny 11 Minimal runs at full speed. The entire system fits into roughly 3 gigabytes. A standard Windows install sits closer to 40 gigabytes. This build is designed for extreme efficiency, lower overhead, faster app launches, better game performance, unlimited hardware. Benchmark results will be published soon on our partner channel, HT. The video goes live in a few days. Quick spoiler, it tops every test. You can find the link in the pinned comment. Now let us get the system online. Open the Configure app. Select the browser you prefer. I am choosing Chrome. You can also use Edge, Opera, or Firefox. Stick with what you know. Tell me which browser you use in the comments. I read all of them. Browser setup completes in seconds with one click. Once connected, check out my YouTube channel and our partner channel. Subscribe if this content helps you. You will also find a Discord link in the description. Join the community. Talk with other Tiny 11 and Velotic users. Get help when needed. See early previews of upcoming builds. If you encounter random crashes or memory-related issues, the fix is simple. Open the Configure app. Enable paging files. Restart the system. This resolves most stability problems. Paging files stay disabled by default to keep the system as small as possible. Turning them on gives Windows more headroom and prevents memory errors. Now let us talk about drivers. Drivers control graphics, audio, networking, and input devices. Tiny 11 keeps driver setup safe and controlled. No unknown sites, no bloated installers. Open the Configure app. Select Install drivers. Choose only what your system needs. If you want everything handled at once, use Install All. Do you always need drivers here? Not always. If you game or do video work, graphics drivers are required. If Wi-Fi, audio, touchscreen, or function keys do not work, drivers are needed. Drivers handle touchpads, function keys, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, audio, and power behavior. If everything already works and your usage is light office work or web browsing, you may not need additional drivers on Tiny 11 Minimal. Once this step is done, the system behaves correctly. Fast response, stable operation, hardware working as intended. You will find the purchase link for Tiny 11 in the pinned comment. Tiny 11 is a paid service for users who want speed, privacy, and dependable daily use. It feels light. It stays consistent. It performs the same every day. Free builds exist everywhere. Most fail quickly or hide serious security risks. The deal is simple. We deliver real performance. You get a Windows system that stays fast for years. Thanks for watching. This is Apidus signing off.